फाइनल सेटलमेंट ऑफ Jewish question, क्या चीज़ थी ये?
The Jewish question arose in 1892 when the Theodore Hulse wrote about the Jews owning their own state. It was primarily his book that was published in 1896, entitled The Jewish State. He proposed in his book the Zionist ideology, the question for the ultimate Jewish state that belonged in the Middle East. Then in 20th century, we saw the Balfour Declaration declared by the Great Britain.
What do you know about political realism?
Political realism deal with the principle of realpolitik that lasted in European and the world history in 19th centuries. The realpolitik deal with there is no permanent enemy or permanent friend, but only the permanent interest that lasted forever. So among its proponent, I'm quite not sure about its proponent, but there are multiple theorists, political scientists who propagated this notion.
Indus Treaty का बड़ा शोर है कि जी India violated that. What was Indus Treaty?
The Indus Treaty was signed in 1960. Primarily in 1948, India stopped the eastern border, and at that time there was a rapprochement between the two countries, and Pakistan had to pay the price for gaining the water. And it was in the 1950s that World Bank brokered a peace between the two countries over the sharing of the water.
How are you, Mohsin साहब? कैसे हैं आप?
Alhamdulillah.
And you are Mohsin AFTAB. Which part of your Punjab?
Yes, sir.
Which part of Punjab you are from?
Sir, I belong to South Punjab, primarily Tehsil Mian Channu of district Khanewal.
That's fine. And is this your first attempt?
Yes, sir.
That's great that in first attempt you have managed to clear the written component.
Alhamdulillah, sir.
So that's a very good sign for the things to come. Briefly tell us about yourself.
Sir, my name is MOHSIN AFTAB, son of Raja AFTAB Ahmed. I belong to Mian Channu. My father is a farmer and my mother is a homemaker. And in my family, I have one elder brother who is serving as Inspector of Police in Punjab Police.
Good.
I did my matriculation and intermediate from Mian Channu, and then I went to Islamabad for my graduation and did my BS Honor in History from Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad.
So you are a student of history, and European history was also one of your subjects which you took during
Yes.
your optional selection. But my first question is quite a detailed question, but I would like to seek a very small answer to it because we have got this paucity of time here. We cannot interview you indefinitely for a longer period. Final settlement of Jewish question, क्या चीज़ थी ये?
Sir, the Jewish question arose in 1892 when the Theodore Hulse wrote about the Jews owning their own state. It was primarily his book that was published in 1896, entitled The Jewish State. He proposed in his book the Zionist ideology, the question for the ultimate Jewish state that belonged in the Middle East. Then in 20th century, we saw the Balfour Declaration declared by the Great Britain.
1917 में मेरे ख्याल से
1917, yes, sir. Primarily 1917, the Balfour Declaration that.
Who was Balfour? Lord Balfour.
Sir, Lord Balfour was the British.
British what?
I'm not sure, but it.
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
British Secretary of State.
Secretary.
And he wrote to whom?
Sorry, sir.
This Balfour Declaration was a letter.
Yes, sir.
Which was promised by Balfour, Lord Balfour, to some gentleman in America. Who was that gentleman?
Sir.
Rothschild. John Rothschild. ये सबसे बड़े जो Jewish families हैं, one of the leading Jewish families in America. And he promised that his interpretation of that letter was that he promised that we will be giving a Jewish state after the First World War.
Yes.
ये बात middle of फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर में थी, तो उसको ये प्रॉमिस किया था कि फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर जब सीज हो जाएंगी हॉस्टिलिटीज, विल कंसीडर कार्विंग आउट यूएस स्टेट आउट ऑफ द मिडिल ईस्ट. चलें आगे चलें. दिस इज नॉट द आंसर टू माई क्वेश्चन. यू आर टेलिंग मी द स्टोरी ऑफ हिस्ट्री ऑफ ज़ायोनिज्म एंड Balfour Declaration. Final settlement of the Jewish question arose much later in the history.
Yes, sir. After the World War II, definitely it was after the World War II.
Before the World War II, वो पहले से ही शुरू हो गया था. 1933 से ही शुरू हो गया था. वर्ल्ड वॉर तो ब्रेक हुई है जाकर 1939 में ना.
Of course.
Hitler was kind of bred with this idea of final settlement of the Jewish question right from his childhood. He had got his own apna frustrations and that he thought about it, and he started maneuvering and planning for the settlement of the Jewish question right when he took over the reins of the powers in 1933.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा चलें बताएं तो अब ये बताएं what was the makeup of this final settlement of Jewish question?
Sir, after the World War II, the mandate system was introduced, and under mandate system, the territories.
नहीं अभी उधर ही रहना अभी तो आप you are don't jump ahead of the question ना.
All right, sir.
What did he do to the Jews during his stint from 1933 to 1945?
Sir, the Adolf Hitler.
What
was,
is that known as process?
Sorry, sir.
उसको क्या कहते हैं इस फाइनल सेटलमेंट ऑफ Jewish question को Jews क्या कहते हैं?
Sir,
Holocaust.
Holocaust. Of course, sir.
Holocaust है ना.
So the Holocaust is primarily a broader term for the Jewish
Oh, that's a
massacre.
broader term. It all started from this. His mind had absolutely, it was a genocide. In other words, for him, final settlement में कोई ये नहीं था कि इनको इज्जत से किसी और जगह लेकर जाएंगे. इनका extermination था. And there are two major events. Let me ask you about that, since you are a student of history. The night of broken crystal and the night of long daggers. What were these two things?
So these two things, as far as my knowledge is concerned, is primarily considered with the camp system that he introduced.
नहीं,
The Hitler.
ये उससे पहले था थोड़ा सा. Camps तो concentration camps थे.
Concentration
Auschwitz
camps.
के, उसके Belfort के, दूसरे there were major concentration. Have you heard about Auschwitz?
No, sir.
1.1 million Jews were put to gas chambers in that camp, reportedly. अभी तो वैसा मैं ये सारी थ्योरियाँ मानने से इनकार कर दी है मैंने after 7th of October 2023, because the Jewish state is exactly doing the same which was supposed to have been done to them. So I don't trust these theories any longer because of the Gaza atrocities which they have perpetrated for last now almost 2 years. Light of long broken crystal was total destruction of the Jewish businesses in Germany. Broken crystal. And the night of long daggers was killing of the leading Jewish leaders of that time. Sir, over to you.
What do you know about political realism? And who is the proponent, today's major proponent of political realism?
Sir, as far as my knowledge is concerned, political realism deal with the principle of realpolitik that lasted in European and the world history in 19th centuries. The realpolitik deal with there is no permanent enemy or permanent friend, but only the permanent interest that lasted forever. So among its proponent, I'm quite not sure about its proponent, but there are multiple theorists, political scientists who propagated this notion. Sir.
How do you compare Otto von Bismarck with Napoleon, and what is their contribution towards their respective political entities and countries?
Well, sir, in my opinion, Napoleon was an opportunist as well as military strategist and the civil reformist. He got opportunity and he exploited those opportunities to gain power, and then he declared himself as an emperor in 1804. And onward, his civil reforms were also quite popular, and he founded the Napoleonic Code as well as public works that he started in France. As far as the Otto von Bismarck is concerned, Otto von Bismarck was a foreign diplomat, statesman, as well as a military leader, but he was not at that much of military strategies as Napoleon was. And secondly, he was not as much as popular civil reformist as the Napoleon was. And Napoleon, though he consolidated his empire and wanted to expand it, the Otto von Bismarck, on the other hand, he exploited every opportunity to make sure the unification of Germany that lasted in 1871.
Would it be fair to say that the Kargil war or Kargil adventure or misadventure was a brilliant tactical move but a strategic catastrophe, in words of Stephen Cohen? How would you view the events of Kargil and its implication for Kashmir cause?
Sir, well, in my opinion, it was quite a strategic move, but one must show the political sport or the domestic sports to such a long-lasting impacts of the cause. As then the General Pervez Musharraf, he did not secure the political backing for this mission, and then the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, he went to the United States of America for the ceasefire, and though it I can say that it rehyphenated the question of the Kashmir on the light in the international.
What is the difference between a tactical move and a strategic move?
Sir, I'm not quite sure about it, but if you allow me to make
Strategy
a guess.
is always long term,
Yes,
and tactics are timely,
short terms.
short term.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you view Machiavelli's contribution in the development of modern political thought? And what is the criticism?
Sir, Niccolo Machiavelli was a real politic person. He belonged to the Italian nationhood, and he is primarily focused on the unification of the Italy under a strong ruler. He propagated the idea of nationalism, secularism, as well as having the national troops instead of mercenary troops. And his contribution in the modern world can be seen from multiple nations, including the Russian invasion of the Ukraine war, as well as the resurrection of the real politic in the current arena, and as well as the European move to separate the religion from the politics.
Is there any truth in the viewpoint that Pakistan is a war economy? And why do they say so?
Sir, throughout its history, the Pakistan got the military aid from the United States of America because of utilizing its geographic centrality for the wars, including the 1979 Soviet invasion and preparation of Mujahideen and sending them to Afghanistan, as well as the 2001 the war against terrorism. So, based on these incidents, it is said that Pakistan is a war-led economies, but it is not quite true in the modern sense, as Pakistan is focusing on the geoeconomics as well as investing in the digital economy and diversification.
It is partly true.
It is partly true because of the historical incidents.
Okay, ji, Mohsin, you have opted for Punjabi and gender studies. European history, philosophy has been discussed by my colleagues. Who is your favorite poet?
Sir, it's Baba Bulle Shah.
Name 3 modern poets.
Sir, it's Baqi Siddiqui, Sir Munir Niazi, and Pir Fazal Gujarati, sir.
मुनीर न्याजी के कुछ अशार बताएं.
Sir, as far as I'm able to recall them, कुछ उंज भी रावां औखियां सन, कुछ गल विच गम दा तोक भी सी, कुछ शहर दे लोग भी जालिम सन, कुछ सानू भी मरण दा शौक भी सी.
सानू मरण दा शौक.
इसके अलावा भी और?
Sir, I'm unable to recall that.
बुल्ले शाह के अदर दैन भैणां ते भरजाइयां.
Sir, he wrote poetry about it. बुल्ले नू समझावन आईयां
मैंने कहा अदर दैन भैणां ते भरजाइयां तो और
इसके अलावा
और अलिफ अल्लाह रत्ता दिल मेरा मैनू बे दी खबर ना काई, बे पढ़िया कुछ समझ ना आवे मैनू लज्जत अलफ दी आई.
Meaning?
Sir, it's basically propounded the concept of the tasawwuf, that there exists only the alif, that means the Allah, besides, and there is nothing besides the Allah, and I cannot understand anything besides the Allah.
सदरन पंजाब के कोई पंजाबी पोएट रिसेंट जिन्हें अभी डॉक्टरेट की ऑनरी डिग्री दी गई?
Sir, I'm not aware about it.
नो आइडिया?
No, sir. I'm sorry.
ओके, ये अभी आपने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है जी कि आपने बड़ा टफ टाइम गुजारा. यू आर फ्रॉम MOHSIN.
Yes, sir.
लैंड होल्डिंग है आपकी?
Yes, sir. It's about the 3 acre.
3 acres. How many marlas are there in 1 acre?
Sir, there are, if you allow me to make a guess, there are 16 marlas in
1 acre.
One acre?
Yes.
ठीक है पुत्र जी, कल जाकर तुसी एसी बनोगे. ठीक. पहला ग्रुप कौन सा है?
Sir, it's Pakistan administrator, sir.
कभी एसी का ऑफिस देखे?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
ever been to AC office?
Yes, sir. one time.
क्या कर, what are the major responsibilities of any assistant commissioner?
Sir, primarily an assistant commissioner is an representative of the government with the duty to implement the policies of the government. The second one is the price regulation, and the third one is the responsibility of the coordination between the different departments.
What else?
So these are the responsibilities that I am able to comprehend by visiting an assistant.
Local
commissioner.
government ordinance, have you ever heard of it?
Sir, of 2002.
क्या नाम है उसका? What's the name of the ordinance?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. Are you asking about me 2002 order, local government order, sir?
Order?
Sir, it was the
Ordinance.
ordinance, sir.
नाम क्या बेटा उसका?
Sir, it was known as the Sheriff Plan.
That is known as Punjab Local Government Ordinance.
PLGO, SLGO, PLGO, NWFPAGL, कोई एक वर्ड भी चेंज नहीं था, एक ही चारों जगह बने थे
I stand
NRB
corrected, sir.
में.
Thank you.
ये how many divisions are there in Punjab?
Sir, there are recently 36 sir, districts, and there are primarily, sir, I'm not quite sure, there are 10 to 12 divisions in Punjab, sir.
Region?
Divisions, sir.
divisions.
Divisions. Districts are more than 36. अब वज़ीराबाद भी शामिल हो गया है, कोटंदू भी शामिल हो गया है, तौंसा भी शामिल हो गया है, रिवाइज है।
तो तोसा तो बहुत पहले का बना हुआ है सर।
तौंसा was never a district.
अच्छा,
हाँ हाँ, that was तहसील,
Correct, sir. I will revise, sir.
right?
Sure,
Go through
sir.
that.
Sure, sir.
How many motorways are there? नाम पता है? लाहौर से इस्लामाबाद जाते हो, आप जाते रहो कायद-ए-आज़म यूनिवर्सिटी,
Yes, sir.
कौन सी मोटरवे है?
Sir, from Lahore to Islamabad there is M2 motorway. The M1 motorway belongs to the Islamabad to Peshawar.
Where is M3 and M4?
Sir, M4 is M3 is from Abdul Hakim to Pindipati, and M4 is from Abdul Hakim to Lahore.
M3 is from?
Sir, I'm
Lahore wali to MP
confusing.
jati
Sir,
hai.
M4 is from Abdul Hakim to Lahore, and
चले, बुनियान महसूस,
yes, sir.
meaning?
Sir, it is taken from a Quranic ayat, and it's
Which para?
sorry, sir, I have no knowledge.
Meanings?
Sir, I'm unable to recall it. I have read it, but I'm unable to recall at this moment.
Which airbase of India was attacked by Pakistan?
Sir, I'm not sure about it, but the Pakistan also attacked the area that hold the BrahMos missiles of the India.
ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल एरिया तो कोई एरिया नहीं होता यार,
Sir, I'm not
वो
sure.
वहाँ पे इंस्टॉल्ड हो सकते हैं।
स्टोरेज साइट थी वो बेसिकली, दैट
Yes.
वाज अ स्टोरेज साइट फॉर ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल।
Yes, sir.
कौन सी जगह थी वो?
Sir, I'm no idea about it.
अच्छा,
उधमपुर।
ये इंडस ट्रीटी का बड़ा शोर है कि जी इंडिया वायलेटेड दैट, व्हाट वाज इंडस ट्रीटी?
What was Indus Treaty, sir?
यस,
Sir, Indus Treaty was signed in 1960. Primarily in 1948, India stopped the eastern water, and at that time there was a rapprochement between the two countries, and Pakistan had to pay the price for gaining the water. And it was in the 1950s that World Bank brokered a peace between the two countries over the sharing of the waters, and in 1916 the treaty was signed between the both countries, enabling Pakistan to gain waters over 80% of the western river waters, as well as the India was given the eastern rivers. So the treaty envisages that there are two restrictions, such as the India could not store more than 3.6 million acre feet, and the secondly there was
who stood as a guarantee to this treaty?
Sir, well, there is no guarantor of this treaty, but the World Bank is provided as a facilitator or the mediator between the both two countries.
Sir,
It is generally said that it's good to know your friend, but it's better to know your enemy. Yeah, generally, or in the wake of the recent developments, we tend to know more about India, what India is up to, and what. So, in that context, I am asking you a question. You name 6 prime ministers of India, excluding the present one, from BJP, from INC, Indian National Congress, from Janata Dal, and from the coalition. 6 के नाम बता दें, इस मौजूदा का तो नाम भी नहीं लेना हमारे सामने आप, उसके अलावा
Alright, sir. Sir, it's
start with INC, Indian National Congress.
of course, sir. Sir, Jawaharlal Nehru.
ठीक, perfect.
Sir, then the Indira Gandhi.
ठीक है,
Then the Rajiv Gandhi.
ठीक है, चौथा भी था एक,
Sorry, sir.
there was a fourth one also, बल्कि there was a fifth one also, but आप fourth तो बता दें कम से कम। वो उनका इंडिया का मोहम्मद खान जुनैद जो था, उसके बारे में एक भी स्कैंडल नहीं बना कभी भी। When he died, there were 1137 rupees in his account, and he did not have an house.
Sir,
अपना घर नहीं था उसका।
I think it was Manmohan Singh, sir.
नहीं, मनमोहन सिंह तो बड़ा, वो तो इकोनॉमिस्ट था, बड़ा रिच आदमी था, वो उसकी बात नहीं होगी। दिस वे बिफोर मनमोहन सिंह। मनमोहन सिंह वो वैसा सही है, आपने INC का है
Yes,
वो
sir.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर, ये लाल बहादुर शास्त्री,
Lal Bahadur Shastri, sir.
जय किसान जय जवान, ये उसका स्लोगन
sir,
था, और उसने वो इस लेवल का मतलब पहले बता दिया। चलो, ये तो INC के बड़े सही बता दिया आपने।
Yes, sir.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी,
Sir, I'm not
other
sure.
than the present man, who there have been at least one prime minister from the
was a
party.
statesman.
He is quite opposite to this man. He
From
was
the
a
same-
statesperson.
From the same party.
Same party, but with same ideology, but with different demeanors
Sir,
altogether.
if you allow me to make a guess,
जी,
it was Atal Bihar
Yes, no,
Vajpayee.
yes, is absolutely correct. अब दूसरों को बता दो, कोalition के बड़े रहे हैं and जनता दल के भी रहे हैं, उनका कुछ बता दो।
Sir,
no
I
names.
have no idea.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
knew
gone
that
to-
कि इधर भी आप अटक जाओगे।
I will look into it, sir.
इंदर सिंह गुजराल जो था, VP सिंह,
दो तीन चार हो रहे हैं।
बहुत
But
ज़्यादा है, बहुत
we ought to know
ज़्यादा
what our neighbors.
चंद्रशेखर है, चौधरी चरण सिंह है,
चरण सिंह।
वो उसके बाद जो है देव गौड़ा है, देर आर नरसिम्हा राव अगेन फ्रॉम इंडियन नेशनल
बड़ा
कांग्रेस।
अच्छा
हाँ, ये बड़े बड़े नाम है, तो कैन कंटिन्यू विद फर्दर। गुलजारी लाल नंदा है, ये ऑल ऑफ देम आर प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स एट वेरियस टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया ना।
अगेन बड़ा
I will look
करेक्टर
into
वाला
it,
आदमी है।
और मुरारजी देसाई,
Murarji.
who overthrew अपना इंदिरा गांधी
Gandhi,
after
of course.
back to back 3 terms. So he was a very powerful person. And then all of these names, they were important. So देखने के लिए just for I wanted to
Sure.